try to see. There are one criteria was remaining. One criteria was remaining that we will discuss today's session. That was a circular test. Okay. So I hope, I think I have uploaded that theory part, or I don't know. Let me just check it later on, and then I will. But I think this one I have, I think, uploaded. So I will just go and check that whether I have uploaded that Fisher and TRT and FRT, and based on that, we can proceed with the next test. Okay. So there is one condition on that. So when you say criteria for a good index number, and when it satisfies, so just keep the one note of that. When it satisfies TRT, just a minute, I'll share.
सर इंटरनल में आपका पोर्शन कितना आएगा?
Internal में, yeah, we have only time 6. Yeah, only units 2. That notes is already available in GC, so you can download and you can start reading.
हाँ सर मिला.
Yeah. So just keep one note of that. Fisher index number satisfies both the test that is, one can say TRT, time reversal test, or and FRT, factor reversal test. Then it is called as so it is known as Fisher ideal index number. So Understand this concept. Okay. Any index number, maybe not Fisher, but any index number which satisfies TRT and FRT, then one can conclude that that index number become ideal index. That means it is a good index. Okay, so this is the one note you can understand. Then we have another test that was a test number 3rd.
सर
Yeah.
स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है सर, पूरा फुल पेज नहीं दिख रहा था सर हम लोग को।
Yeah.
हाँ सर।
सर फुल पेज नहीं दिख रहा था हम लोग को,
Sorry.
कट गया था सर। राइट साइड का सर थोड़ा पार्ट नहीं दिख रहा है, तो जो आपने लिखा हुआ है ना सर टाइपिंग।
This one.
यस सर। सर फिर से कर दिया है।
जो ना आपने टाइप किया है ना, उसको थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट साइड घुमा दो ना।
के ग्रुप में नहीं है,
यस सर यस सर।
हम तो एसपी के ग्रुप में नहीं है मैम।
So the next one is circular test, which was the 3rd one. So this is we are studying under the goodness, okay, under the good index number. 3rd one will be your circular test. Basically, in circular test, you have a little bit only theory part, not a problem, because this is used only when you have a more than 2 years. Okay, that I think that part is not included here in the syllabus, so we can just take down. This test can be considered as this test can be considered as an extension extension of TRT. So this test can be used when you have an extension of TRT, and you know what is TRT? A formula is set to satisfy the circular test. This is the condition when it is satisfied. This is the condition. Circular test. If multiplication of index number calculated for the year say 2000 with the base year 1990 and index number calculated for the year 2004 with base year 2000 and index number index number calculated I think there's some technical problem with the screen. Just a minute, there's some technical glitch. Okay. So what actually circular test is about? It is a extension of your TRT. You know TRT, what exactly we are doing? We are interchanging their base, right? So if you remember the formula, it was simply P10, P01, right? Divide by 100, divide by 100. If it is equated to 1, you will be get the, if it is satisfy that property, you can say TRT satisfies. Similarly, for circular test also, suppose if there are 3 years, okay, we can call 1, 2, 3. So 0 with 1, 1 with 2, 2 with 3. Okay, so you have to compare 3 years with their base years. And whole thing divided by 100, 100, 100. If it is equated to 1, if it is turning to 1, then circular test will satisfy. So what we have considered here, we have considered the multiplication of index number calculated for the year 2000 with the base year 1990, and again calculated year 2004 with the base year 2000, and again we will calculate index number for 1998, calculated index number calculated for the year 1998.
सर स्क्रीन आधा ही दिखता है.
आधा ही दिख रहा है क्या? Just a minute. I'll close this.
सर कुछ ज्यादा ही zoomed in है मतलब विंडो.
हाँ. Now, can you see properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just finish this writing part, and we will explain you what are the concepts we are using. With base year 2000 and each being divided by 100 resulting unity. So in general we can say P01 upon 100 multiply with P12 upon 100 into P23 upon 100 into so on Pn1 minus 1 into n divided by 100 into Pn0 upon then the index number formula is set to satisfy circular text. Set to satisfy circular test, but n should be greater than 1. And if n is equal to 1, circular test reduces to PR. So this is something theory part which
सर
is
2 3 की वजह से अगर 2 नॉट लिखेंगे तो भी अच्छा सही है सर समझा अभी
see what is the meaning of
चेन है
this.
ना सर
Yeah, what is the meaning of this particular circular test? To understand this, I will just take a very simple example. Suppose I have a 2-year, let me say uh, 2000 and 1990. Okay? And we want to check whether you can call this is the current year, this is called base year. The current year, current means 1, base means 0. So if I'm trying to use a Fisher index means TRT, so what is the formula? P01F into P10F divided by 100 divided by 100. If it is equal to 1, then I will just say that it satisfies, any index number satisfies TRT. Means I will say Fisher index number satisfies TRT. But just imagine if there are let's say 1996. Okay, suppose there are 1996 is there, then what are you going to do? So you have now suppose, so this is your TRT part. Okay? This is your TRT part. But now imagine you have thing again, screen share is stop. Just a minute. I'll share again. Now suppose if there is 3 years, suppose this is my current year, this is my base year. Another, I have another base year. 3 years now I have. So if I'm saying this is, I will say 2, 4. And are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here, if I cannot apply here TRT because I have a more than 1 year, means n is greater than 1. Okay, number of years should be greater than 1. So for this year, for if I'm considering these 2 years, I have here current year will be 1 and base year will be the, sorry, current year will be 2, base year will be 1. So it is going to be P, or if I'm assuming like this, P01 into P12 or into P20. Whole thing divided by 10. If it is equal to 1, then I will say it satisfies circular, not TRT. Okay, it satisfies circular test, not TRT. Okay, so that part is not there. But remember, whenever it is more than n is greater than 1, in that cases we cannot use our TRT. We have to use our Fisher. You can use circular test by making the comparison of this is the current year, this is the base year. Okay, so P01, then P12, then P20 means it is moving like this. It is moving like this circular part. Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, so suppose if I'm interested, so for 01, my current year is, suppose I'm obtaining for the year for 1, so 0 will be the test, like 0 will be my base year. Similarly for this one, then 1 will be my base year. Similarly for this one, then 0 will be my, I think this should be what they have written here. 1 0 1 2, then 2 3, 2 3 or 2 0. See, you can see whether you are getting, when you substitute n is equal to 2, can you get this expression? Suppose this is my expression. Substitute n is 2 here, so it is 2 minus 1. Okay. 2 minus 2 0, and this n is 2, so this is 0 2. So you can see here 0 2 or 2 0. Last one is 0. Yeah, so last one is 0. First one is 0 1. So first one is 0. And then according to 0 1, next one is 1 2. So it is going to be 1. And since n is 2, so 2 n is 2 here, and 0 will be again the base year will be 1996. Means it is just a matter of understanding how you can make a circular test. That is small concept, you can always go through that. Is that clear? Is that clear to all? It is just
Yes, sir.
yeah, just try to understand.
yes.
When we have a more than 1 year, then you can create a circular, or you can just simply use this formula. Okay, and then based on that you can solve the problem, but actually problem is not there based on the circle. Then we have another type of test called as a cost of living index. Cost of living index. This is another concept. which is quite important. So in the cost of living index number, I'll first explain the concepts of that. What is the meaning of it? So what actually meaning of this cost of living? Remember, understand living. The term is living. You can understand, as the term says, living, it again varies from place to place and time to time. Right? Maybe I will be say like this. The higher income people will, their cost of living will be different, and the middle class income people will be living different, and poor class or lower class income people living will be different. So it's varying from price to price. It's varying from price to price. Okay. So for example, you can conclude like that. It may be increase and decrease based on the amount required to be purchased of the commodity for the given year as compared to the base year. For example, you can say we have to decide. We have to decide, for example, what could be wages of particular employees, what could be their income, what could be their tax, right? Usually the government employees are paying tax. Okay, what could be their you can say DA, TA, traveling allowance. Okay, so that is all decided by the government, and that is always decided by the cost of living index number. So it is pertaining to the problem to problem. Every like if I am saying the daily wages, so the people who is working in the you can call infrastructure or manufacturing of buildings and etc., their daily wages are different. Their daily wages are different, so there maybe cost of living will be different. Okay. So house rent allowances are different. So deciding this is all, it's totally depends on the cost of living in this country. Okay, so as I said, under this category you have two type of method, means I can say two methods of calculating the cost of living in this country. Okay, so that we can that I will be write it down in the screen, but you may just note down some when do you apply this cost of living index number. I will not go to write on screen. So initial part you can take down, then whatever the main points are there, I will include it on the screen. So you can take down. It measures percentage change. Take down. I hope you are always seated with the pen and the books and etc. Right? In case you may feel that here is sir to likhai hai, theek hai, we'll get the ready made. No, it's not like. You can always sit with the books and the writing things, because if I have given everything on the screen, then you just keep quiet and just watch what is going on, right? So better to have some practice of writing. Yes. And even now, once the college will start, and then when we will dictate all the notes and everything, then it's become difficult task for you to write it down, because in subject of like FC and everything, when we write it down, it's become difficult because a huge amount of writing part is there. But we'll try to short that. We will try to get a summary of that. So I'm just giving summary of, not entire thing. That you can refer any book, you will be getting that. It measures percentage change in the prices at a particular class of people, at a particular class of people, full stop. It indicates percentage increase or decrease in the amount required to purchase certain commodities in a given year.
सर रिपीट करो ना.
I was expecting this question, everyone, because I know that in offline or as well as in online, that question will be the expectation. See, usually I told students, if your speed and my speed is not matching, तो जहां तक आपने लिखा उसके बाद leave some space and go ahead. क्या होता है मालूम है? Then continuation will be the continue. Otherwise क्या होता है, बीच में gap होता है. Okay, I'll repeat it once again, but just follow that rule because it will be like good. Otherwise, we cannot able to finish the theory. It measures percentage change in the prices at a particular class of people. It first off, it indicates percentage increase or decrease in the amount required to purchase certain commodities in a given year as compared to the base year. It helps to fix DA, means dear allowances are there, to compensate compensate the rise or fall prices of commodities of common utility, UTILITY. Cost of living index works as a guideline to determine various economics
सर स्क्रीन बंद हो गया.
हाँ बेटा, मैं स्क्रीन पे नहीं लिख रहा हूँ, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग various economic policies like wage policy, taxation, TA except TION taxation, HRA, capital H, capital R, capital A, etc. there are right now there are two types, or say I will say two methods of calculating of calculating cost of living index number. Living index number. The first one, aggregative method. In this method, weighted aggregate index number is used with the quantities consumed in the base year as weights. Therefore, cost of living index number equal to, so is it equal to your, if you remember, so as I said quantity that which assumed it consumed what? Weight. It consumed base year में quantity, that means Q0. So that means that whatever the formula I am using for that, this would be my answer. So this is exactly equal to a last price index, if you remember that. Right? So your weights which you are using, it consumed, you use that, used with quantities consumed in the base year as a weight. So wherever weight is there, you are consuming that quantities which is Q0 in the base. Remember, this is the base. So this method is aggregative method, is basically your last price. That is the first method. Second method, I will use a second method. Family budget method. Family budget method. In this method, cost of living index number is often by taking weighted average of price relatives, the weight being the expenditure expenditure in the base year. And hence, cost of living index number can be obtained using weights. So what is the weights? If you remember that, it is summation of Wi upon this is the weight. Okay. So the cost of living index number, again you can get it using this summation Wi upon summation of W. Where you know what is W, where you know where I is equal to P1 upon P0 multiplied with 1. This is the formula which again we are using for weighted index number. Okay, so you can just go through these two methods. So what I'm trying to say, these two methods are similar method, right? You have already gone through that. There is nothing new method. So only the naming is different. Only the naming is different. So as I said, your cost of living index number depends on the two factors. One will be aggregative expenditure. आपका कितना एक्सपेंडिचर है, टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर कितना होता है. दूसरा आपका फैमिली बजट कितना है. So like in family member, one people are earning, two people are earning. So family का बजट कितना है. So based on their budget, based on their income, their expenses can be calculated. Their that means if the peoples are earning more, then their expenditure become the more. They do more shop, right? So that is all depends on like income. That is all depends on your family budget. The income will be less, your expenditures will be like that. So that is basically one concept. But to understand this cost of living, you should know the real income. You should know the real income of that person. So to get the real income of the person, that is a very difficult task to. It's a very difficult task, I would say, to get the real income of the person. Okay, so that's why there is a one thing will be included, deflating of income. Means you can call real income. CO deflating of income means you should know the real income. This is also known as a real income. So how to get the real income of the person? So let's suppose, so I'm just giving this example. You can try to understand using this example. Then we'll do the problem based on. Suppose a person was earning, let's say there is some earning. Person was earning rupees 8,000. 8 कम पैसा लेते हैं, ज्यादा नहीं, per month. Per month in the year I will use a 2000. तो 2000 में उसका जो income था approximate 8,000 rupees per month. That is enough. And his income is sorry, a person was earning 8,000 rupees per annum. Means he is earning actually 8,000 rupees per annum in year 2000, and his income is rupees 10,500 in 2006. मतलब कि year 2000 their income was 8,000, but in 2006 his income become 10,500. Although, or you can say, though income of the person has apparently increased, means you can say it is increased by some amount, increased in 2006 as compared to that in 2000. The question, what is the question? The question is whether his purchasing power has increased for finding the answer to this question. Answer to this question, we need to take into account cost of living index number for the year 2000 with the base year 2000. Suppose the cost of living index number for the year 2006 is 150 rupees. This means that an item cost is rupees 150 in 2000 was worth rupees 100 and hence rupees 7,000 is and hence sorry 10,500 in 2006 is equivalent to, understand, rupees 10,500 divided by 150 into 100. This is equal to rupees 7,000 in the year 2000. And hence rupees 7,000 is called as real income or deflated income. Of the person in 2000 with the base year 2000. And hence one can create the formula. One can create the formula based on this. Real income for 2006 equal to income during 2006 divided by cost of living index number for the year 2006 multiplied by 1000. This formula you need to be ready. And once you get this one can also get corrected formula, because in case if you need corrected formula, leave it. But let us understand this concept. What is the meaning of this deflated? Okay. We can. So what I'm trying to say, in 2000, year 2000, his earning was 8,000 rupees per month. 8,000 रुपये उसका कमाई. But 2006 में his income is 10,500. So we can see that there is a growth in that. There is a growth in their income. But question is that is their purchasing power has increased or not? मतलब income बड़ा है ना उसका. अगर income बड़ा है तो उसका expenses ही बड़ा है ना. You mean to say, like, before you are not putting some money to saving, maybe like that. But once your income increased, you start saving it, right? So has their purchasing power has increased. See, purchasing power means you can do shopping, you can do eating, whatever you want to do. But finding the answer to this question, we need to take the account into cost of living index. तो तुमको कॉस्ट निकालना पड़ेगा 2006 में व्हाट कुड बी देयर कॉस्ट. मतलब अगर मेरा इनकम इतना है तो कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग इंडेक्स नंबर उस ईयर में कितना चल रहा है एज कंपेयर टू 2000 ईयर 2000. तो अगर इफ वी सपोज द कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग इंडेक्स नंबर इन 2000 मतलब करंट ईयर में 150 रुपीज चल रहा है. तो अगर 150 रुपीज अगर पर डे का मेरा यू कैन से एक्सपेंस होता है, तो आई विल सर्वाइव लाइक मे बी द no problem at all. I can survive it, no problem. Okay, this means that the cost 150 rupees in 2006 was worth as rupees 100 in 2000. मतलब your normal cost was 100 rupees in 2000. तो 2000 में तो cost of living था वो 100 rupees था, that is always fixed. But cost of living index number अभी क्या हो गया मेरा 150 rupees हो गया, मतलब cost of living number is also increased. That is also equivalent to hence 10,500 in 2000 is equivalent to 7,000 in 2000. मतलब अभी का जो इनकम है 2006 में, अभी जो इनकम है 10,500, वो मेरा इक्वल रहेगा ईयर 2000 में, वो कितना है मेरा 7,000 रुपीज, बट एक्चुअली इनकम कितना है आपका 8,000 रुपीज. मतलब अभी के हिसाब से इनकम फिर भी आपका यहाँ पे उस समय ज्यादा था, बट अभी इफ यू जस्ट कैलकुलेट 2006 में ईयर 2000 में इनकम जो था मेरा, वो मेरा इनकम सही था कि मींस इज देयर एनी डिफरेंस. तो ध्यान से देखोगे, and hence this 7,000 is called as a real income or deflated income of person in 2006 with the base year 2000. but actually देखोगे तो इनकम कितना था आपका उस समय 8,000 रुपीज, फिर भी आपको 1,000 रुपीज का बेनिफिट होता है वहां उस समय. बट एक्चुअली अगर आप कैलकुलेट कर रहे हो रियल इनकम, तो रियल इनकम कितना है 7,000 रुपीज ही है अभी के कंपैरिजन में. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो दिस इज द वे. तो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है ना कि 10,500 डिवाइडेड बाय 150, तो ये मैंने कैसे लिखा है, ये मेरा इनकम अभी करंट इनकम है डिवाइडेड बाय ये मेरा कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग, करंट कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग है, ठीक है ना. इनकम ड्यूरिंग 2006 डिवाइड बाय कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग आई विल से इंडेक्स, कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग इंडेक्स for the year 2006 multiplied by 1000. So how do you calculate this real income? So this real income will be calculated based on the current income divided by cost of living index number multiplied by 100. Okay, so this is the like one way able to calculate the cost of living index number. And there is also one can calculate like per capita income. So suppose if the income is income can be calculated, can be corrected. Suppose if you corrected that income, the corrected for the change in price in prices to get the real income. So per capita income, per capita income may be corrected for changes in cost of living index to get real per capita. So one can get corrected or changes in their real income that can be calculated using this one. ये फॉर्मूला है. तो रियल इनकम निकालने के लिए आपको ये फॉर्मूला पहले यूज करना है. रियल पर कैपिटा इनकम इक्वल टू एक्चुअल पर कैपिटा इनकम divided by cost of living index. Multiply by 100. So if you want actually real income, so one can use this formula. Actual per capita income divided by cost of living index number multiply with 100. Let me see chat box if anyone having any question. Yeah. I think we shall continue for maybe 10 15 minutes, then we can, then I will then we can take a break, then you can then we will end the session. Is it fine? Because just maybe 1-2 examples based on this we will do it, and then we can stop. Then you can, if you want, you can go ahead, no problem. Fine. See, per capita income means, suppose you want a yearly income, you want a half yearly income, but usually we are interested to get the per capita income, right? Per yearly income. That's the meaning of the capita income. So let's take one example based on this, or we can maintain that. Let us consider this example. I will try to see if I have a. Just give me 1 minute. Let's take this example. For this example, are you able to see the example? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Take up this example. Example number 1. For the following data, calculate the cost of living index number for the year 2006 by aggregative method. Okay, we have to use aggregative method. So what aggregative method says? You remember the aggregative method formula? Summation P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. So I think this is the quantity which is Q0, because as 2000 is your base year. So this is Q0, this is P1, sorry, P0, and this is the P1. Take down solution. I'll just copy this one. So this is the Q0. Q0. This unit is not required. In case if you have written no problem, then we have a P0. Then I have a P1. I hope you can write, because like and then you can calculate the columns, which are the columns required, P1 Q0 and P0 Q0. So to create two columns, insert to the right, insert to the right. P0 Q0 and P1 Q0. So you can calculate these. I will be say using the formula of P0 Q0. So this multiply these two columns, you will get these entries. Similarly, you can multiply P1 Q0, you get these entries, and use this formula. Then you will get the cost of living. I'll just paste this formula. Let me know what could be the answer. Just tell me if you have calculated that. If you're done, you can tell me what is your. You can put in chat box.
Cost of living index 106.8093.
100 and
106.8093.
Yeah, could be. Anyone else got the same answer? 106 point, how much it is?
8093.
80. So what is your conclusion? So can you say the prices of the commodity of the commodities have gone up by 6.809? So as compared to 2000, in 2006, the price of commodities gone up. Take down another example. Example now. Yes, beta bolo.
128 पॉइंट आ रहा है सर
126.2645.
128.8537 sir.
कितना आ रहा है?
यस सर
128.8537.
128.8537.
8537.
So according to that, conclusion will be checked. So 28.8576. Just make that correction. Cost of living index number using family budget method. So this you can take it as example. You can practice it. And here we have group. Let's say food, clothing, let's say lighting, and fuel. You can say rent. You can say next. So we have a group index. 320, 300, 250, 300, 250, 250, 260, and group weight. We have 50, 10, 8, 8, 20, 12. This you can take it as homework. So here you can say this is your I. Okay. and this is your weight. So you know the formula for family budget method, how to get the cost of living index, which is what? What is the formula? Summation of WI upon, where is it? Summation of WI upon summation of W. So you can use it and you can get the answer for that. That part again I'm skipping. So question number 2, keep it for homework. Tell me next time what could be your answer. Then we have another type of example. Let's say example number 3. Sorry. The cost of living index number for urban industrial working class family is given as 172. Obtain the index for the group that's a rent from the following data. From the following data. So suppose we have this is some of the groups I have. This is my group. So this is my group. This is my index. This is my weight. So let me call somewhere here. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is food 1. We have weight 35. We have a clothing. We have this much index for the clothing. Then we have a cost. Anyways, I'm just putting some number. We have fuel and tightening. $199. Quantity is 15. You have some amount for rent that you don't know, that you have to find out. Quantity is 8 or weight is 8, and you have a mixed part 161 8 58. So again you can get these answers. It's very simple. Again you have to use the same formula, like you have given index, you have given weight, but in this case they have given index number, means cost of living index number दिया है. But the previous example में index number निकालना था, cost of living index we find out using this method, but in this method they have given. But by default you can understand we have to use the family budget method only, because we have given weight, we have given index, remember? So weight and index is given, that means we need to use always the second method. So you can compare it, you can get these values of x. So that part also I'm skipping. And the last question, Sample number 4 is the last question. The following, let me see whether I have this question ready made up. I will explain. Yeah. Better to have ready-made question, then it becomes simple. So suppose this is my question. Okay. So I think this question number 3 do not have any difficulties. You can just work on and let me know if you have any questions next time. The following table gives the per capita income. So this is the per capita income. Means you can say yearly, you can say. Okay. And the cost of living index number also. Cost of living index number. But assuming the base year 2000, मतलब 2000 के compare करके उन्होंने base year निकाला है. Okay. तो 2000 में base year 100 था. 100 कैसे आया? You remember by default we have considered here the base year is 100 because we always consider with 100%. तो जैसे कि अभी इधर 1 कितना आया था 128 आया था something, right? 128 something. So we compare with living 100, that means 28% the commodities prices have gone up, right? Means you can say it is increased. So similarly here they have compared cost of living index number with the year 2000 and they calculated this cost of living index. Okay, this is given. These two things are given to you. They are interested to get the real per capita income with a reference to the cost of living. So deflate per capita income. क्या फॉर्मूला है deflate per capital income का? देखो क्या फॉर्मूला है? Real income is nothing but what? Actual per capita income divided by cost of living index. Actual. तो actual क्या income है? This is the actual. Can you see? So if you just simply do this upon this multiply with 100 because the formula is like that. Actual per capita income divided by cost of living multiplied by 100. So आपको real income मिल जाए. So simply what you have to do in solution, you need to be create same table create a same table and put one more column there. And what is the column? That is the cost of living, that is your real income, will be obtained using this. So you have an actual income which is 67, cost of living index number which is 100, multiply with 100. So you will get answer for this, which is I think 67 only, right? Because 67 upon 100 multiply by 100 will get same answer. Similarly 70 upon 105 multiply by 100 and so on. You'll be get the per capita income. I think that is very simple. So you can just work on that and tell me the answer for this, and then we will end the session. Okay. So anyone having answers, they can verify this one. I'm just taking approximate. So if there is any changes is there, let me know. If you want, then we can next class we can solve 1-2 problem based on the, I think on Wednesday, next Wednesday.
So
Yes beta बोलो.
2005 का आएगा 64.35.
2005 का क्या आएगा? हाँ 64.
64.35.
Yes हो सकता. Yes correct. क्या आ रहा है? 64.35.
35.
Yeah, they have assumed approximately. Fine. Any question, anyone? Let me.
2006 का आएगा 62.55.
2006 का 62.
55.
Anything else?
टू 2008 का 62.01.
2.0. Fine. Done? I hope everybody got the same answer. So you can just take a screenshot of these two problems, problem number 2 and problem number 3, which you have to take it and show it to me the next time. Okay? Show it to me the next time. And then next class, hopefully next week, I'm going to finish your